Welcome back to another episode on the MLD Balls page. In today's episode, I'm going to be ranking the top 10 players in the NBA. And this website is awesome. I've been having a little bit of fun with it. Y'all could go ahead and use it if you want. Best player in the NBA to start off this video is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Playoffs this year, he was awesome. Past couple years, he's been awesome. Bro, y'all know who Shai Gilgeous is, right? Finals MVP, outplayed Wemby. He's been just a dog. Number two, Heat Nation. We got Giannis. Am I being biased? Look, hear me out. Giannis has always had an argument here, but he hasn't been in the playoffs. And the last time he was in the playoffs, he was going against who I call Giannis's only kryptonite in the league. Believe it or not, going at Wemby for Giannis Antetokounmpo with how skinny he is something that he's capable of doing now. Bam Adebayo at 6'9" is like a similar matchup for Giannis. It is super strong, also an elite rim protector. Wemby's totally capable of being a positive defender on Giannis, of course. But just Giannis's elite defense, rebounding, and ball handling, his decision making, his shot selection matters, bro. Knowing who you are. Giannis, when he's on the court, he knows who he is. He's getting to the rim. He's getting to the line. He's playing defense. He's grabbing rebounds. He's making plays, and he's unstoppable. Remember, Giannis was like modern Shaq. He just gets hurt. He's not even injury prone. He has big sample sizes. It just soon as it's playoff time, the man just gets hurt at the most unfortunate timing. I'm not even being too biased with Jokic at 3. Defense is a liability with him. Giannis 3-point shooting is kind of a liability, but we're at the point where they're bigs, and both of them, all three of these guys so far I've ranked our finals MVPs. All of them step up in the playoffs. Jokic has been in the playoffs more recently, but I mean, he's looked human a little bit. To me, he's still like, all three of these guys have conversation for best in the world. I think this is where it ends. I think these are the three players that are the best players in the world. Clearly, maybe you could say Luka, but this Dallas Mavericks move kind of stuff is messing with me, man. It's like I'm questioning Luka and Brunson. Luka is like, even when Luka and Brunson were teammates, I'm telling you, some of Brunson's teammates would have liked Brunson more. Brunson, I think this is just gonna be the peak of his peak. He just came off of a Finals MVP. I'm gonna have Jalen Brunson fourth, which is going to get some people up out of their seat after I already had like a quote unquote biased pick with Giannis at 2. Jalen Brunson at 4. He's a month away from winning Finals MVP. He outplayed Wemby, bro. Shot, like I said, bro. Like when I was thinking about this list, Wemby really ideally should be one. Sorry about that noise. Kind of just dropped my mic. Wemby really should be the best player in the world, but he really let his shot selection be that poor. Like his defense is outstanding, rebounding, his ability is outstanding, but intangibles matter, like being clutch, such as Jaylen Brown and Shai and Jokic. Being as unstoppable as Giannis is at the rim, like Wemby could do that. Why doesn't he? Stop like doing what you're doing, Wembenyama. I'm sorry, there are 28-year-old veterans who've been in the league for 10 years and know what they're doing more than you. But straight off of talent, wouldn't be a top 10 player. Straight off of talent, But like, he's going to be the best player one day. He has to get some things together. The Spurs got a lot of centers, which like almost scares me a little bit, but like it scares me for the trajectory of Wemby's career and like the type of scorer he's gonna be. I feel like his ceiling would be scoring in the paint, but if he's gonna keep shooting these threes, man, dude, he got to stop. Like all these centers are gonna allow him to do that even more. Um, that's a good and bad thing. I just wish he'd get to the rim more, use that height like a Giannis does. But he just loves shooting this ball, man. He loves shooting this ball, man. Um, and this is if everyone is healthy. If everyone is healthy, I want to live in a world where everyone is healthy. And nah, man. Okay. I might just have to put Luca fourth. Is Luca better than Wemby? Yeah, Luca. Is Luca better than Wemby? Man, do I have to just put Wemby four? Um, I feel like you can't put Wemby over Brunson, man. Like, some things you just gotta do it, man. You know, like, nah, man. Wemby cool and all, but Brunson did it against him. What Wemby had the same 24 hours, the same health, the same opportunities, way worse coaching. I would say that. I must admit, coaching. If Wemby had the right coach, he'd literally be higher on this list. Giannis, though, I feel like is able to attack a Wemby in a matchup. Like Joel Embiid done did it. Just go at him all game. You get into the line, and then he's strong enough, versatile enough, agile enough to keep up with him. Both of them are great defenders. Wemby's going to be the best player one day, though. Shea got it all. Yoke at 3, just off of dominance, best offensive player in the world. After that, it's like I'm debating Brunson, Wemby, Luca. That is the next. That is the next 3 players. Brunson, Wemby, Luca. I think I'm gonna go Brunson. Ah man, Wemby, Luca. Brunson, Wemby, Luca. Nah. And then Kawhi. Kawhi was just an animal this year. Even a healthy Kawhi though, Luca has shown me what he could do against that. Even a healthy Kawhi, against the Clippers, and they're both at like top of their game right now. Kawhi is how old, but he just had an amazing year, healthy one finally, and the way that he played, it was more like impactful to a game than Anthony Edwards. Okay, Anthony Edwards is next, huh? Kawhi or Anthony Edwards? Okay. Kawhi, Anthony Edwards, Cade. Okay. That is the conversation. I think that these are my top 10 players in the NBA because I was having conversations and I'm hearing names such as what what's that boy name? Jaylen Brown as a top 10 NBA player. Like it's just something I had to get off my chest, something I had to rank, man. If this video does well, maybe I'll rank more players, but top 10 NBA players last season, mainly off of last season, because like Tatum would be here. He even ended off the year strong, but like he had a ruptured Achilles, man. That's something you have to like. I have to see a full body of work. Like, yes, I now after what he did, I could I'm cool with people having him back in their top tens. He's gonna be good again, but I just want to see it because it's a ruptured Achilles. Averaged a double coming back. Even like I feel like I don't remember how he shot. He's had he just came back, so like I ain't really looked too into that, but I remember for sure he averaged a double. I'll go ahead and just look at it right now. Jason Tatum stats, because he wasn't bad at all, man. Yeah, like I said, average 22 and 10. But yeah, those shooting numbers kind of bad, but the free throw numbers is cool. And like I said, he just came back, bro. Ain't like he would finna shoot lights out. I got Anthony Edwards here next. Anthony Edwards and Curry. That is a conversation though. I might put Curry above him. I still like Curry. Playoffs, I trust him. Cade is cool though. Like this is where you start. Cade is a top 10 player. Yeah. Cade is a top 10 player because I think my next two players are So those are my top 10 players. We're gonna see how I juggle them around, but Curry and Cade for sure should be the last two spots unless I'm forgetting someone. I think Cade Cunningham has walked himself into top 10 player territory. His defense, low key underrated. He like such a good defender. Like I think that the Pistons, believe it or not, are ready to move on from Asar Thompson. Asar Thompson is good, great defender, the best defender in the league. Yeah, he might be the best defender in the league. But I also feel like you could move on from him and get like a good defender that could shoot and you'd still be a good defense. That's how good of a defender I think Cade Cunningham is. Like you could turn Asar Thompson into like 2, 3 and D players. And if they really are 3 and D players, you should be good. Because Asar would give a team an elite defender and they just have to give up on a like I don't know what type of deal this would be. Just like 2, 3 and D somewhere. The Pistons could use that. I know that they've been doing it in free agency, but I'm getting off track a little bit. This is a top 10 players in the NBA talk, and I just spent a minute talking about who even was that. Asar Thompson. The last two is the last two. I'm gonna before I finish this off, proof check if these are the last two by looking at NBA teams. Because I had to go down and dirty to go find Kawhi, right? I'm gonna just name the best player on every NBA team. So we got Tatum on the Celtics, we got Michael Porter on the Nets, we got Brunson. Oh, I ain't seen Cat. Cat did have an awesome year, right? Oh, Cat is right in my face. Ain't even mention him. Cat. I mean, Cat may be top 20. Cat top 20. Yeah, Cat top 20. We'll see. Tyrese Maxey, low key the best 76er to me. That's a conversation though. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Tyrese Maxey or Jaylen Brown. I think Tyrese Maxey's ability to dribble, first of all, shoot. He could play some defense. He ain't as good as Jaylen Brown, but like he'll try. And his 3-point shooting, like I said, and getting to the rim also. I think Tyrese Maxey is slightly better, but Jaylen Brown is more proven. But Maxey's the future. You got Kawhi on the Raptors, Yoke, Anthony Edwards, Shea. What? Damian Lillard, I guess, is the best Blazer. Nah, Danny Avdija is. Lauri Markkanen. You got freaking Zach LaVine, Devin Booker, Luka, Kawhi, or on the Clippers nowadays, what, Garland, Curry, Hero, Halliburton, Siakam, Cade. I think like I said, I'm at the obvious last two top 10 players is Curry and Cade. I just got to get this list reorganized. So to end off this list, let's see how I end it. I'm gonna keep Shea at 1. This is if everyone is healthy. If everyone is healthy, I do like Giannis over Jokic. Jokic has been healthier the past 5 years. That's why it's not been a conversation. But to keep this list fun, I'm going to keep it if everyone's healthy, how I think. Nikola Jokic is 3, though. Best offensive player in the league. Jalen Brunson at 4. Off of the season he just had, he's been awesome in the playoffs since he's been on the Mavericks, yo. Like, when Luka would go out for the Dallas Mavericks and Jalen Brunson would have to step up against, like, the Utah Jazz, there's times he looked better than Luka already, you know? I think this is just one of those years where Luka just got traded and Jalen Brunson's on a team that he was just comfortable with and he looked better. Luka's more talented, but this year, give it to Brunson. Victor Wembanyama, again, more talented, but we watched Brunson outplay him. Wemby's young. He's not doing the right. He's not making the right decisions. He's shooting logo threes, bro. It looked fun sometimes. He made the finals in his first run, so like, he's about to be a dog. Jalen Brunson, it took him some time, but straight off of talent, Wemby's a top 5 player. Just off of talent, he don't even know what to do with it. He top 5. Number 6 is Luka. Like, Wemby's just that talented. He's just above Luka at this point. That's crazy. His defense, Luka is way more like skilled, but like Wemby, what Luka is on offense, Wemby's that on defense off rip, and then like Luka's like a liability on the defensive end of the side, just off of the defense, Wemby over Luka. Kawhi right after Luka, but Luka has, consistently outplayed Kawhi in the playoffs. At some point, you got to respect it. Anthony Edwards and Kawhi. Kawhi, I just trust him more. Anthony Edwards is like, okay, no. Kawhi came off the better season. Anthony Edwards, low-key, talk about trust him more. Health-wise, health ain't been too much of a knock, but I'm gonna knock Kawhi down maybe a slot because of it. But the season he just had was awesome. So okay. I know who the top 10 are. We know who the last 4 are. It's Anthony Edwards, Kawhi, Curry, and Cade. So let's get them ranked now. I do almost like Kawhi's self-creation more than Anthony Edwards out of like the post and stuff. Anthony Edwards at end of the games, I feel like that's why you needed a LaMelo Ball. Everyone needs a point guard, but no, I do like Kawhi a little bit more than Ant-Man, just off of that. But after that, I would put Ant-Man right behind Kawhi, or would I put Cade? No, I like Cade or Ant-Man is tough. Oh wow. I'm gonna go Ant. I trust Ant's shooting more, believe it or not. Cade's shooting has been something he's developed a little bit, but like he's been awesome. Cade has always been like a Brandon Roy, a mix of like Ben Simmons and Brandon Roy, and like he's a top 10 player now, so he's been awesome. It just Anthony Edwards defense to athleticism, and not Anthony Edwards tough, but Curry or Cade? Do I just end off the list with Curry? Yeah, I think that's the wave. And y'all heard my thinking behind my thoughts on these top 10 players. Heard my analysis. I'm guessing. I ain't ranked Luka. My bad. So my top 10 players is Shea at 1, Giannis 2, Jokic 3, Brunson 4, Wemby 5, Luka 6, Kawhi 7, Anthony Edwards 8, Cade at 9, and my boy Steph Curry at 10. Dude, there goes the list. I had it at the wrong thing, huh? We'll finish. Yeah. Man, why they got it like that, bro? I would just find a way to mess it up, huh? So we got Shea, Giannis, Jokic, Brunson. I had who at 5? Wemby. I had Luka 6, Kawhi 7. I had who at 8? Anthony Edwards 8. I had Cade 9, Curry 10. So yeah, there go my top. I guess that's how it ends off. Whatever, bro. There go my top 10 players in the NBA. Thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode on the MLD Balls page. Have a nice day and God bless.